Hey everyone, Lumibricks has a couple of new sets on their site, so I figured I would cover those. First of all, the Street Mod Garage, and they've been revealing different things at different times at different places. It's kind of all over the place. I'm just covering what's actually on their normal global website, and this is actually available to purchase right now in the U.S. And also from their normal warehouse as well as for Canada. I'm assuming that they have a warehouse there as well for local shipping. So $100 US for 1,935 pieces, 10% off, at least for us in the US to start with. So we'll take it down to $90. And this is based off Japanese tuner car culture. And specifically the car that is included is a Bosozoku Berserk car. And they actually have a couple modifications that you can make to it in the set. I mean, this does a very good job of capturing that style. Very, very good job. They were specifically thinking of one particular car that's out there on the street right now today, but it's also a very common color scheme, a classic like 70s racing color scheme. This looks to be approximately, if not exactly, 32 by 32 at the base, so a full modular building size. Only 2 stories though, 2 interior stories. It looks pretty good to me for what it's intended to be. I could also see this being in a scene from like Grand Theft Auto or something like that. Surprised that this is not lit up. Really? No lighting here or there? Interesting. Okay, they didn't want to make it too bright. They want to make it feel like it's kind of, back away from the streets, down an alleyway kind of thing, which is a good vibe. I'm just surprised that they did not put lights on the signs, at least as an option. Inside of it looks pretty decent. Proper lighting over here, that cool color or cold color even to represent fluorescence, and then just got incandescent off to the side. Yeah, I mean that all makes sense to me. Just generally looks pretty decent. Hopefully this will hold the car well. Hopefully it'll adapt to some other cars as well that they've made, not just this one. Nice. I love that piece right there. I don't know. I'm a sucker for it. Biased, but it's classic. But it being clear just reminds me of like 80s. To me, it feels old to me in a good way. And then they print it as well. Interesting that the entire wall comes off the front and the back both. I think that's an approach that they haven't quite taken before. Do they have the stats on this one though? The full stats on. I'll take a look at this as well. The number of prints. So this is actually a better way to look at this picture. The number of prints as well as the number of lights. Okay, this is cool. Wow. COB light strips for the first time. Wait, for the first time in this series or for the first time ever? Are you kidding me? Was that really necessary? Did they have to go? I mean, is it the really, really fancy, most modern ones, not just standard SMB? Because they've done SMB before, but are they saying it's the first time they've used it in this series, this particular sub-theme, or the first time they've used it at all? If they have upgraded their tech again already, that's just uncalled for. That's just unnecessary. That's going too far. They did not need to do that. Their lights were fine. Is this... Okay, 18 printed pieces, 13 scenes. What does that mean? I think that's an improper translation. I think it's 13 lights is what I'm guessing. Is that a part of a car as well? That's cool. Nice detail there. Nice small details. Oh, wow. This is cool. When you start to put stuff together. Yeah, that's cool. Did I skip over the... Apologies for being a little bit discombobulated here. Very, very little sleep and way too much work. Okay, these were the parts that you can swap out, and they did show them along the way in a couple of the shots to turn it back into more of a street car. I didn't see the installation of the blower hood though. Let me show the other one though. Heritage Tram and Station, $75, 10% off right now. Available at 3 of the warehouses, and that's 1,274 pieces. What are they gonna be going for with this? I'm really curious. Oh, I didn't show you the video. I'll get back to that for the other one. What are they gonna be going for with this? Are they gonna be doing? Because I see the slot there. Are they going to be releasing more of this track section? Or are they going to do more brick built tracks as well to integrate into your streets? Oh, that's interesting that they used these pieces. They didn't come up with a new mold. They should have come up with a new mold. It's just the soft, smooth version of a rail. You know, they had the opportunity. They should have taken it and made smooth, straight rail pieces rather than directly copying the existing one from the Danish brand. Lots of prints here once again. Lots of stuff that's useful for street scenes. Good stuff for a street scene. You know, obviously you got a classic light rail here, single car light rail. It's small. It's very small. Hopefully the light and the battery situation is done well with this one. Sometimes the vehicles are a little bit rough. You know, just the battery box is going to be you know, button cells, and sometimes the wiring can't be hidden all the way. But we'll see how this one turns out. It is nice that they're doing some train pieces, though. If they could do more train stuff in the future, I would definitely be very interested because I'm biased. I'm a big fan of trains, and I am definitely opening my eyes and mind to more different brands and actually incorporating some of that stuff into my custom Lego city in the future using the parts, you know, using parts from different companies. Overall, this looks pretty good. I like this idea of being able to pop it off and turn it into a wait. Whoa. I thought this was just taking the center off and then using it on the street, like using it as a street installation. This is just the other side. No, this is a transformation. Dual mode switch. Eh? Nani? Yeah, they swapped they swapped some pieces around. Okay, it's not just popping out. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine the scene with they really are building some stuff up. Now they have to think carefully about their street system because they've done some different heights. You know, their cyberpunk stuff is at on a different system, but it's really interesting that they've got this slot that they're going for. I just wonder how they're going to expand that some more. Did this one have a video to go with it? I will wrap up here pretty soon. It looks like it did not, at least not on this website right now. But $75 does feel like a lot for this, doesn't it? Then again, it is 1,275 pieces. Is this going to be one of those that's larger than I think? I don't know. It doesn't look that big when I'm looking at it looking at everything relative to the size of the figures. It doesn't look that big. $75 feels like a lot. Then again, look at the part count. Maybe there's more here than meets the eye. I don't know. This one doesn't feel as good to me value-wise. This one does feel very good to me value-wise. 100 for approaching 2,000 pieces, and it's a full base plate, and that thing's gonna be thick. That thing's gonna feel like it would compete, I think, with the factory dance set. Whoa! Oh, that's not what I want. Stop. Quiet. And ads. That's because I'm in a incognito. No cookies window. Is that gonna fold? Is that like a fan fold door over there? It is. Okay. Oh, interesting what they did there. They actually have the connector piece so there are lights on the front. Yeah, they kind of hid away the battery box. It's nice to put it up on the roof. I think that makes more sense. You can hide it away more that way. Probably a good idea. You know, as opposed to sticking it on the back. There's your modification. That's sending it back to stock form. Classic. It's a little bit long for what it's supposed to be, but I get it. And it's a little bit boring around the back, which this type of building would be. But you know, I would prefer something that is less accurate and looks a little bit better. Around the back, it looks a little bit boring. The rest of the sides, I think, are fine. But all in all, pretty nice. Will I be getting? I want this. Unfortunately, right now, just to level with you completely, right now, I'm in the middle of Lego release season, so I'm having to go through to doing as many of the builds of the brand new sets that just came out days ago for the leading brand. And I've got a lot of viewers who are from my main community who are wanting those and needing those as quickly as possible. I do still have a significant backlog of sets to build, including from Lumibricks in particular. I've got the waterfall house, and what was the other one? There's the art gallery, a huge one. So I'll get to those as quickly as I can. I also have a bunch of other things from other brands, including some brands that I've not tried out up to this point. some that I have tried out, but different stuff from them. And I have another order coming in, a big order of a bunch of different selections of sets from different brands, including some of the more interesting and more known ones out there that I just haven't tried out. So I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to work as hard as I can, as much as I can, continually. This one I'm interested in, but I don't think that realistically I'll be able to get to this soon enough for it to be worth my time or your time. I've got to get those more important sets going, and like I said, there's a little delay here while I'm working on the more expensive stuff, unfortunately. So just letting you know where I'm at with that. Thank you for your support, though. Thank you for watching. Thank you all the folks who have used the affiliate link down in the video description. Helps me out quite a lot with a small little commission that helps to add up towards covering the costs of some of these sets so that I can keep these videos coming. Bye for now.